Hi guys, welcome back to F.A.C.E's YouTube channel. This video is going to be a bit different to the more recent ones I've done on clients because I'll be talking through this video on how I do my normal night out look. So if you like this type of video, please let us know and thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. If you want to know how I did this bronzy, sparkly look, then please keep watching. To prep my eyes, I'm using the Lasting Perfection Collection Concealer. I'm just going to put that over my eyes, just a good amount on both eyes. I'm then using the MAC 252 brush just to blend it all in. I'm carving out under the brow as well as I go along. It just makes it nice and neat under the brow for when we come to do the brows. I'm just patting it onto the eye to make it nice and seamless for when I do my base. Just making sure the edges are all smooth as well so it's not pure patchy at the edge. Okay, so the first eyeshadow I'm using is this transition colour from Degnan palette. I'm just putting that right in the crease. Using circular motions and window wiper motions. The good thing about the collection concealer is that once you put it on and patted it on the eye, it goes quite dry. But it's still got that tackiness to it, so the eyeshadows stick, but they blend really well without skipping or having any patchiness within the eyeshadow. So then moving on to our deeper colour, I'm using the MAC 221 brush. This is my favourite brush for doing the eye. And this is the Masquerade Mini by Juvia's Place palette. I'm going with that brush and take up loads of the eyeshadow. I'm just going to work that into the crease as well, but I'm not going quite as high up as the last colour. The good thing about that as well is with the brush, because it's smaller than the last brush we used, it's not going to go as high up as the last colour, so it's just going to blend in really well with the transition colour. And then with a smaller brush, this is the MakeUp 1-2, I don't know what number this brush is, but it's just a nice, precise, still fluffy brush, but it's nice and dense so it will pack the colour on really well. And I'm just going to use that and the black from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just focusing that on the outer edge of the eye, a third of the way in. Just because we want to keep the darker colours on the outside and the lighter colours on the inside. And again, I'm not going any higher than the crease for this colour. This black is really difficult to work with. Once that's on, I'm just going to go back in with our setting brush that we used, the MAC 221, and I'm just going to go over the edges from where the black is just to soften it a bit and blend it in to the colours that are already there. So now I've done the majority of the eyeshadows, I'm going to go in and cut the crease. I'm going to use the same Lasting Perfection concealer we used to prep the eye. I'm using the same MAC 252 brush. I'm just going to put it on the eye first. On both eyes, just on the lid where there's like basically no eyeshadow already. I'm going to take a bit out onto my hand as well so I can work with that. And once it's on the lid, the way I've done that, see if I just look straight ahead into my mirror and then do that, you can see the concealer has transferred higher up, so I know how high to take my concealer now. Once I've cut the crease, I'm just going to go in with the same 252 brush and the lightest shade in the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. And I'm just going to pack that on to where I put the concealer. The good thing about still using the same brush is that the concealer does dry off, so it's not still wet from the concealer, but it's a nice edge, so I'm still keeping that nice precise edge. So once I pack the colour on, I have left a little bit of a gap just at the end, just so that I can go back in with my MAC 221 brush in that same Juvia's Place Zulu shade, and I'm just going to pat that on at the edge, kind of where the concealer finishes. And back in with that light shade and just make sure it blends really well together. And back in with the black again, and the same brush we used for the black. Once we've done the majority of the eyeshadow, we're going to go in and add a little bit of shimmer glitter just to brighten the eye up a bit. I'm using the Ben Nye glue. You can tell this has been used a lot. And I'm just going to use the brush that comes with the applicator and just put that over where the lightest part of the eyeshadow is. And once I've put that on, I'm going to go in with the Inglot pigment. I'm not sure what this is called, it's not mine, it's Bernadette's. So it's just a nice shimmer, see if you can see it. Using the same 252 brush, I'm just going to pack that on where I put the Ben Nye glue. I'm just going to apply some of the Ben Nye glitter glue over the pigment as well. This just helps it stick down and stops it from transferring or falling out onto the face. And then I'm just going to repeat the process on the other eye. Okay, once that's all dry, I'm then going to go in with the NYX matte liquid liner. So now I've done the eyeshadow on the top of the eye, I'm just going to focus on underneath the eye now. So to prep underneath the eye, I'm just going to use the same concealer from Collection 2000. Then I'm just going to use a beauty blender and just blend it under the eyes. So to do the under eyes, I'm just using a pencil brush from Zoeva. This is 230 with the same Zulu shade that I used from the Juvia's Place palette. I'm now going to go in with a detail shader brush from Zoeva. Same black colour. And just apply that higher up, not coming as far down this time, just right under the lash line. And then I'm going to go in, so I'm using that MAC brush and I've just put that into the lightest shade in the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. Just applying it in my inner corner. So I've done the majority of these now. I'm going to finish the rest at the end after I've done my base. So I'm just going to move on to my base now. So I've already prepped my skin with the Fenty Beauty Primer. This is the Maybelline New York Super Stay Foundation. And I'm going to apply that using the Beauty Blender. So moving on to concealer, I'm going to go in with my Vanilla NARS paint pot. And this is just an iconic London brush, and I'm just going to pick some of that up on the brush. And pick that under my eye, just underneath where I put the concealer the last time. And then I'm just going to go with the Beauty Blender again and just blend that away. Now I'm going to set my face. I'm using the F.A.C.E powder with any beauty blender, and I'm just going to pack that everywhere I put the concealer. Once I've set the face, I'm going to go in with the MAC Skin Mineralized. It's in dark golden. I'm just going to use that to bronze the face. And then I'm going to go in with the Makeup Geek bronzer. Once I've contoured my face, I'm then going to go in with the Hoola bronzer, and I'm just going to use that along with a Real Techniques brush and just contour my nose. So once I've done that, I've drew the 2 lines down the sides of my nose. I'm going to go in with just a bigger Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to blend in the sides of my nose. It's not too dramatic line. So once I've done that, I'm just going to wipe off all the airspun powder that I put there earlier. Then for blush, I'm just going to go in with this MAC Pink Swoon. Just apply that to the apples of my cheek, going up into the cheekbone. Once I've done all of that, I'm just going to wipe the foundation off my lips and whatever's on my eyebrows. Then to prep my brows, I'm just using the Anastasia brow gel, and I'm just going to moving on to brows. I'm going to use my MAC 266 SH brush and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown. And I melt the product in between my forefinger and my thumb just to make it a lot easier to work with. And I always got it in a flat in the brush so it's really straight and has a really sharp edge, therefore the lines are going to be a lot cleaner. So I'm going back onto the eyes now. I'm just going to use the Milk Jumbo Stick by NYX. So hard to do eyeliner on your waterline when you're holding the mirror. Once I've done that, I'm just going to put mascara on my top lashes and my bottom lashes just to prep for the eyelashes. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. Moving on to lashes, I'm just using the lashes that I've used before. They're just from AliExpress and they're quite full and wispy. I'll just open up my eyes like along with the eyeliner. The Dual Glue and the black pen. So while the eyelashes are going tacky, I'm just going to spray my face with some setting spray and then put my highlighter on. This is the iconic London Prep Set Glow Spray. They sent me these out and they come with 2 sprays. One's slightly darker so it's really good for on the body, and one's really good for on the face because it's got a lighter glow to it. So I'll just show you what that's like up close. In the focus there. And just spray my face. Then just with the Anastasia highlighter brush and the Doll Beauty Shine Bright highlighter, I'm just going to highlight my cheekbones. And then I'm going to use just another pencil brush just to contour the sides of my nose, the ridge of my nose. Yeah, I'm just going to line my lips with, this is just a Primark clip liner. Once my lips are lined, I'm just going to go in with MAC Honey Love. Once the lashes are tacky, I'm just going to stick them on. I do use my fingers to do this, I don't use tweezers, I just find it a lot easier using my own fingers. And I'm just going to stick them on the lash line.